Okay, so it says write your answers to questions 1 through 5 on the lines provided. Question 1 says the money supply can be expressed as the following equation: M1 equals what three things? So remember currency, then you had your checking accounts, and then you had traveler's checks. That's the thing you guys probably haven't seen. Number 2, as of February 2017, the largest part of the money supply is people's checking accounts. People keep most of their money in their checking accounts. If you don't know the answer to that, it's because I didn't explain it. That's why. Okay. But if you think about it, most people carry some cash with them. The majority of their money, though, is in the bank. And how do they get it? They use their debit cards. So it's a checking account. In February 2017, the money supply equals, you would have to look this up on the chart, and it's in the billions of dollars. Okay. So you'll have to go back and look it up. You can Google it too if you want. What's the largest measure of the money supply, M1 or M2? And then it wants you to explain. Again, this is a chart. So the answer to this is that M2 includes everything. Money that's available now, money that you have available like in investments, like the real estate, things like that. Where M1 is money plus savings deposits that's available to spend right now. So M2 is everything. And M1 is just the money that you can spend right now, like the money that's in your checking account, the currency, the traveler's checks, things like that. So M2 is always much greater than M1. And then why aren't credit cards considered money? Well, because it's not money, it's debt. That's the reason. Borrowing, lending, and interest rates. Interest rates are determined by supply and demand in the loanable funds market. Fill in the blanks in questions 6 through 8 with the following correct answers. So in the loanable funds market, the demanders of loans are called the borrowers, and they are the people in the economy who wish to obtain funds in order to buy goods or services. Question 7. In the loanable funds market, the supplier of loans are called the lenders, and they are the people in the economy who they have funds that they want to lend. And then question 8, in the loanable funds market, the price is it's the interest rate. That's what you pay. It's the price that demanders must pay to obtain a loan, and the price suppliers are willing or will accept to offer a loan. All right, we're back to graphing. Okay. All right, so it says here, in each of question 9 through 12, an event has occurred that will affect demand or supply in the loanable funds market. On the graph, illustrate the shift in the supply curve or the demand curve as a result of the event. Then fill in the blanks in the statement below. The graph with the correct answers. All right, so here is the event. The demand for loans rises. Well, clearly the demand curve is going to shift to the right because it's moving away from zero, right? So the demand curve shifts to the right. And what happens to the interest rate? It was here and it will end up here. So it rises or increases. 10, the demand for loans falls. Oh my God, demand is going to shift to the left, right? The demand curve shifts to the left, and the interest rate, which was here and is now here, falls. The supply of loans rises, so now we're going to take the supply curve. It's going to shift to the right, so the supply curve shifts to the right. And what happens to my interest? It was here, and now it's over here, so it falls. The supply of loans falls, so I take my supply curve, I shift it to the left, so the supply curve shifts to the left, and the interest rate, which was here and is now here, rises or increases. Not too hard. All right. What happens if the demand for loans rises? Well, what they mean is what's going to happen to the interest rate. Well, we just looked at it up on question 9, and it increased. And that's the answer. What happens if the demand for loans falls? Well, we answered that in question 10. It decreased. What happens if the supply of loans rises? Okay, the supply of loans rises. That means that the interest rate will fall. And then what happens if the supply of loans falls? We answer that in question 12. That would mean that the interest rates go up. And that's it. Okay, turn it in. Easy peasy. Thanks, guys.